Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Denali and I'm a full-time reseller on websites like eBay and Poshmark. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok as DUCHO Thrift. And if you're not subscribed to my channel and you'd like to be, hit the button down below and give me a thumbs up on your way out today. All right, I'm back with a opening customer returns video. So I did one of these a while ago and I haven't done another one since. Probably because I hate opening up customer returns. Do you feel the same way? I mean, does anyone enjoy opening these up? Probably not. I actually did some a few weeks ago and then I got some more. Just because of the scale of my business, you know, I send out a lot of packages and unfortunately it's a numbers game and, you know, you're just gonna get returns back. It's part of the cost of doing business. So I thought we could open them up together and figure out what they are because I get returns amnesia. In addition to thrift amnesia, I get returns amnesia. So here's my first one. I'm not gonna show you the address. This one looks like it's an eBay return. So I'm scared, but let's give it an open. So what do I do with returns? You might be asking yourself. Well, I inspect them and then I put them usually back into rotation here at the warehouse, assuming I can put it back into rotation. Obviously, like if there's a flaw or something like that, I'll disclose it. You know, like for instance, like that's maybe the reason for the return is that there was a flaw. Okay, so this says, okay, I know what this was. This is kind of a weird one. I had, of course, it's the first one I open. Okay, so it is this dress. Let me show you. It's this little red dress. Okay. Here's what it looks like. There's not anything wrong with it, I don't think. So it's actually not what the customer ordered. So it was an eBay purchase. The customer had ordered a dress that I no longer had. I reached out to them and I said, hey, I don't have this dress anymore. Is there something else in my inventory that I can send you? So then they asked me for a few options. And so I sent them a few options. And then I can't remember what happened. Like, I feel like, I don't know if there was like some back and forth about a few dresses and then I didn't hear anything back. So then I moved forward with sending them one. And I did send them a message saying, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and send you one of these options that I had sent to you previously. You know, if you don't like it, whatever, you can send it back. Okay, so they sent it back. They did not like the dress. So that's a bummer. But yeah, so this is what it is. So I'm gonna put this back into my rotation because there's not really anything wrong with it. So yeah, I'm like, where should I set? I don't want to do that part now because that's kind of boring for you guys for me to just like sit here and type at the computer. So I'll take it back. Okay, next up, another eBay return. Now I'm getting scared to open these since that first one was so like detailed. Okay. Oh, it's like a poly mailer within a poly mailer. Okay. Open up the next layer here. I'm like trying to be super careful cutting into these poly mailers because as you know, things can rip very, very easily. What is this? I don't even remember what this is. Okay. Okay, why did they want to return this? Let me see if there's a return slip in here. I have no idea. I think this is Mercari. Okay, it's a Roots sweater. Oh, I remember what this is. Okay, I think this is actually Mercari. It's a Roots sweatshirt. If you're not familiar with this brand, it's a Canadian brand and, you know, prices are similar to like a Gap and a Banana Republic. And okay, so this is one of those annoying ones where the buyer opened up a return and said that the measurements I gave were incorrect. Now, you and I both know as resellers, measurements can be subjective, right? If you hold the measuring tape or the garment or whatever more or less taut, right? T-A-U-T, then you can see different measurements, right? For the most part, yes, you can see, and every measuring tape is a little bit different. And so that's how they were able to force this return through. And yeah, there's really no disputing it, which kind of sucks because it's just like they'll provide the picture and then they'll say like, oh, she said it was 18 inches, but my ruler says it's 19 inches and so it's too big. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with this. I will, of course, double check the measurements before I get this relisted and make adjustments if I need to. It certainly does suck these are all gonna suck. But I just always have to remind myself, this is the cost of doing business, is the reality. As much as I don't love returns, I don't like them as much as the next person, but you know, large retailers have to take returns all the time, you know? Yeah, it's just what happens. And so while I'm not a large retailer, I'm a small, very, very small retailer. It is just what happens. Okay, the next return is, it's not Poshmark, I know that. So what is it gonna be? They wrapped it in 2 different Amazon packages here. What is this? It's something new with tags. Oh. Okay, all of these have terrible stories. Okay, so this one, I'm trying to remember the exact information on it. Essentially, okay, it's this Katie Mae dress, and God, I wonder if she ripped it more. Okay, it's this Katie Mae dress. Here's what the tag looks like. There it is for you if you can or can't see. And it did have a flaw, which you can see here. And when the buyer got it, they said that they didn't realize how bad the tear was. But we showed a picture of it. Yeah, so that's really what the flaw was. I'm trying to think, I almost feel like, did she say anything about the zipper? I feel like she said something about the zipper also, but I'm looking at the zipper and there's nothing wrong with the zipper. I'm like, it unzips. You are my witness here. So yeah, this one was an eBay one, and unfortunately, when buyers open an item not as described case, it's also known as an INAD, I-N-A-D, item not as described. When a buyer opens an INAD, unfortunately, it's really hard to dispute those. Of course, you can try to dispute it, but eBay, it's like an automatic return, and they just tell you, you know, if the buyer returns it in a condition that is different than how you sent it, then, you know, contact us after the fact. But there's nothing you can really do to stop the return. I think in very few instances, I've been able to take it to eBay customer service and get them to not allow the return, but for the most part, yeah. So it sucks. You know, the buyer just said like they didn't realize how bad it was. So yeah. So I will contact eBay for that one, and at the very least just try and get the return shipping refunded back to me. And then maybe I'll have my friend Liz, hi Liz if you're watching, just repair that tear on the mesh, which was there before, but I want to double check how significant it was to see if they tore it more. But anyways, it's like, I don't want to speak out of turn here, Liz, but I don't think it's like a big, what's it called? Repair is what I'm saying. Okay, next is another it's an eBay one. Okay, I see, because it says eBay here on the label. Okay, so this one, this is like, this is a sort of video that's probably gonna like scare people off from selling online. So this one is, okay, a pair of kids' Adidas pants, and they returned them because they said they didn't fit like how they know a kids' Adidas pants to fit. And because when we photographed it, I think we held the tag like this, but it hid like the 14 in parentheses. And so because of that, they were able to push a return forward, which again, take a shot every time I say sucks. It does suck, but it can be like those little things that buyers can kind of get you on. Yeah, so I will just re-photograph that with the 14 not showing. And yeah, because I couldn't really dispute it, because that's something that they put into the return. They said like buyer covered up that it said 14, which like we didn't do intentionally. Somebody just did. So yeah, there's that. Okay, I think this one's probably a Poshmark one. Yeah, it's a Poshmark return. What are you going to be? I'm nervous. Some sort of athletic wear. Oh, okay. I think this one was, I almost think this one was, because when is this from? Yeah, like I said, I don't open these always in the most timely manner. Okay, so this is like mid-September. Why I don't remember it as well. I think I sent the wrong item, which let me know if you've ever done that before. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if I did it or my employee who will help me with shipping did it. It doesn't matter. The reality is we just sent the wrong item. So I don't know if we grabbed the wrong bag or the item was already sold and so a different item was in there. That's what I'm guessing. Essentially, it was our fault and we just had these Old Navy leggings in there and so it's not what they ordered. So yeah, it sucks. Feel bad for the customer, you know, that they had to get the wrong item. You know, in those instances, if we still had the item, I could contact them and be like, hey, you know, do you still want to get it? We promised to send you the right item. So you for sure could do that. Otherwise, you know, if we don't have the item, obviously, then we can't even explore that option. Okay, next we have, I think this, yeah, it's another Poshmark one because it is in a shoebox, a priority shoebox, which I don't usually send these if they are not, what's it called? Poshmark. Okay, these are, why did these get returned? When is this returned from? Oh God, it's from a while ago. I actually don't remember why these were returned. Part of me thinks, did we send the wrong item? I can look it up with you guys if you're curious, but they are these Tony Bianco shoes. They're heels, and I don't know what's wrong with them. They look like new, so I'm confused what the issue might be here. Okay, I'm looking it up. Okay, is barter camp? Oh, you know what? I think we sent the wrong item. Yep, I just found it. So this was supposed to be for basically the same brand, but the heels are black. So yeah, that kind of sucks. I could follow up with the buyer and be like, hey, just kidding, we still have these. I don't even know if we still have those other ones. And I don't know how these got mixed up because that was shoebox. It was supposed to be in shoebox 1866. And we used to have our shoebox numbers on here, but it looks like it's not on this one. So we may have taken it. Oh wait, you know what? It'll be on this box. That was 1866, and look what we sent. Mwah, mwah. So, like I said, accidents happen. This one was from a while ago. You know, we don't send out wrong items all the time, but things happen. That is unfortunate that happened, but I will put that back into inventory and mark that shoe for sale again. Okay, next up we have, I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is eBay or Mercari. I'm like, what is this? Oh, it's eBay. What they say the return reason is? Not as pictured or described. Okay. Let's see. What is the item? ASTR Dreamcatcher dress. And this one is, I don't know the date. Okay, here it is. I don't remember what the return reason is for this. It's really pretty, but what is the problem here? So this one I'm probably gonna have to go back through and find the return and see what the issue was, because I'm not seeing anything like right off the bat. It could be a measurement issue. They may have said, you know, doesn't measure what, like the measurements don't match what the buyer said. That could be it. I do see a small marking here. I don't know if we disclose that it's like a tiniest little blue dot and it's very surface, so it might even wash out. So I don't know if that's what it was or if we did disclose that. I thought I saw a loose string on here. Now I want to cut it. But yeah, I mean, it can be, oh, here we go. There's a spot here. So I don't know if we disclosed that or yeah, the presence of it, but I have to assume that that's what it is, and maybe we didn't disclose it, or maybe we did. Which one is it? Not that one, it's that one. Yeah, I wish there was more details on these, but there's not. Okay, what is this one? I think this is, yeah, another eBay one. And damaged during shipping. Okay. I mean, if it was damaged during shipping, then generally for that, the USPS will, what's the word? They will leave like a note on the package so that you can file a claim. So I don't know what the buyer did here. Okay, so it's just a bodysuit. It's a Free People bodysuit. Okay, so there's a spot here. I don't know if we disclosed that initially or not. This is new without tags because it does have the liner in the crotch area. Yeah, so there's a couple of spots here. I'm curious if we disclose that or not, but I don't think that that could have been necessarily damaged during the shipping process because, again, USPS generally, if they tear or mess up your package, they leave a note. I don't know. That's always been my experience with items that I've shipped and buyers who contacted me about a damaged item. They'll show me the photos, you know, and it'll have like the sticker or whatever it is from USPS on there. But let me know, maybe that's not the case for you. And I hope, I don't know, I hope it doesn't happen to anybody else. So, okay, this one is Poshmark. I'm gonna make this one my last one because now I need to go relist all these items. This is from, recently. Oh, I know what this one is. Okay, so this one's like a little bit annoying. The buyer, this is on Poshmark. So on Poshmark, they say they don't accept returns until they accept returns. So it's this Derek Lamb 10 Crosby, 10C, and Athleta, what do you want to call it? Collaboration. And it's this cute sweater, but the buyer returned it because they said that I didn't specifically say the knit on the arms, which, I mean, yeah, okay. I don't know. I guess I don't typically, you know, I mean, I will say like if something's cable knit or whatever, but they said because I didn't disclose that this was like an open knit. Yeah. So they were able to return it. But that is what my customer returns look like. Is this what yours look like? Do you ever get returns? Do you never get returns? Are you just like, do you have a perfect score? That's awesome. But for me, yeah, returns happen. It is a part of doing business, whether I like it or not. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.